This video is about Symphony No. 9 by Gustav Mahler. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. In his late symphonies, Gustav Mahler developed into one of the most important composers of classical music. His Ninth Symphony, composed between 1909 and 1910, is a central work of this period. While the Symphony No. 8 was a triumphant, large-scale work, the Ninth Symphony is introspective and deeply emotional. It was written at a time when Mahler was struggling with heart disease and was deeply affected by the death of his daughter Maria. Mahler wrote the Symphony No. 9 in the summer of 1909 in Toblach, South Tyrol. At that time, he was already seriously ill. The music reflects his confrontation with death. Mahler knew that he would not live much longer, and this awareness strongly influenced the mood of the symphony. It was the last completed symphony before he died in 1911. The Symphony No. 9 consists of 4 movements. The first movement, Andante Commodo, is a slow, deeply emotional movement. The second movement, Im Tempo eins Gemächlichen Landlers, is a dance-like parody. The third movement, Rondo Burlesque, is a complex, ironic scherzo. The fourth movement, Adagio, is the final movement and is characterized by great emotional depth. The symphony's structure is unusual in that it begins and ends with a slow movement. The first movement, Andante Commodo, opens the symphony with a throbbing rhythm that is often interpreted as a heartbeat. The main theme is melancholy and is played by the strings. The movement develops slowly, passing through various phases of mourning and finally ending in a resigned conclusion. Mahler expresses farewell and longing for peace here. The second movement, Im Tempo eins Gemächlichen Landlers, at the tempo of a leisurely country dance, is a grotesque parody of the traditional Austrian country dance. Mahler combines various dance rhythms, so that the movement oscillates between humor and irony. The music becomes increasingly distorted and ends in a chaotic finale. Mahler wanted to depict the absurdity and insecurity of life. The third movement, Rondo Burlesque, is a complex, ironic scherzo. Mahler dedicated it to My Brothers in Apollo, which is understood as an ironic allusion to his critics. The movement is rhythmically demanding and contains abrupt tempo changes. The music is often aggressive and reflects Mahler's struggle with his inner demons. The movement ends in a dramatic climax. The fourth movement, Adagio, is the symphony's poignant conclusion. It begins with a tender melody in the strings and slowly builds to an emotional climax. The music radiates a deep calm and melancholy. Mahler expresses his longing for peace and salvation here. The movement ends in a slow, quiet decrescendo that seems like an exhalation. The Symphony No. 9 has a deeply symbolic meaning. It is about farewell, longing, and the confrontation with death. The first and fourth movements symbolize the farewell to the world, while the second and third movements represent the uncertainty and absurdity of life. With this symphony, Mahler wanted to express his own mortality and the cycle of life in music. The premiere of the Symphony No. 9 took place in Vienna in 1912, 1 year after Mahler's death. Bruno Walter conducted the work, and the response was overwhelming. Critics and audiences praised the emotional depth and innovative structure of the symphony. Today, the Symphony No. 9 is considered one of the masterpieces of classical music and is regularly performed in concert halls worldwide.